Dun 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 dun. We are finally here. Dun 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 dun. It's that time. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, bro. It's time. It is time for the GOAT. It is time. Hold up. Camera, lights. I need my camera and my lights. Hold up. Wait just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen. Bro, I have been waiting all day long to sit in this chair and talk about the GOAT. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, give me that. Thank you for joining the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. Truly appreciate you, brother. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. And Yash Kapoor that says get into Chosen X. Sui Ishida can be left for another video. This is Ichiro Oda time, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you, Yash. I appreciate you. One of these days I will get into Chosen X. But today's not that day. Today is not that day. And Instant Messenger Sama coming in with a 10. Look at his eye. And it says greatness awaits, coach. Thank you so much for the supers, my people. Instant Messenger Sama, I'm gonna watch out for you, because every time I respond to one of your comments, my stream gets sniped. So, ladies and gentlemen, before my stream gets sniped, and before my laptop dies, we are here today, not just for... Bro, we got 118 people here and it's almost midnight? Brother, either notifications went out, or this chapter is gas. I'm not ready. Oh man. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's wind it back. Let's wind it back. I'm tossing the glasses like I'm The Rock in 1999. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today not for any regular greatness, absolutely not. We are here for 2023. Emphasis on the 2 and the 3. GOATness comes within those numbers. And I know a man who's been releasing GOAT content since, what was it, June or July 22nd of 1997. And we are here today to read the latest installment of that series that started in either June or July 22nd of 1997. And so, without further ado, I have been sweating. I have been waiting all day to come on here and sit in this very chair to read the latest installment. Not in the Wano no Nigashima Awesome Sauce, not in Whole Cake Island, not in Zoe, not in Dressrosa, not in Punk Hazard, not in Fishman Island. We are here today for Egghead Greatness, aka the latest installment in the final saga of the best-selling manga in history. Stop playing with my code. We are here today for what is nearly the best-selling comic of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, chapter 1073 of One. Is my audio good? Peace. I should have checked my audio is good before I did that. But let me know. Let me know. Is my audio good? Okay. I can't see. I shouldn't have asked that without the glasses on. Alright. Here we go. Yo, thank y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you, lazy mofos. Much love, much love. Thank y'all, Syndratic. Thank you. Thank you, Donati. Yo, let's get right into it, Pluto. My boys, my people. Alright, y'all. Let's see what Oda has in store for us today, man. Let's see what this man has in store for us today. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dog, the title of the chapter spooks me. Bro, the title of this week's chapter of One Piece is Miss Buckingham Stussy. If that isn't one of the most spooky... Yo, hold on, let me turn this down. If that isn't one of the spookiest titles that I've ever heard, I don't know what is. Let me make this full screen. Miss Buckingham Stussy. So, potential greatness here? Potential flashback? Yeah? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, please. Rock's greatness, baby. I've been waiting for it for too long. And here we see Vegapunk, a young Vegapunk with some tanks in the background. Somebody's playing Advance Wars. Goodness gracious. With Queen, Caesar, and Judge on the right. Flowers all over the place. Looks like these things are shooting out these flowers. That's actually very interesting. And while Vegapunk is over here in front of a Denden Mushi that appears to be showcasing all of this. So, Germa 66's Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 29, awarded the Ibel Peace Prize for developing the GP flower. A flower that blooms in gunpowder. Oh, wow. So, it looks like yet another flower within the One Piece verse that when blooms produces something special. So that's really cool. Regardless, we continue. Oda's notes. I went to see Otto-san's live with Nakata-san, Vondi, and Orisaka-san. Man, what incredible vocal range. It was amazing. Yo, find you someone. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Let me give y'all some relationship advice here today on the channel. If anybody's looking for some good relationship advice, I got it for you. Find someone who looks at you the same way Toei looks at Zorro, and then find a person who not only looks at you in that way, but also looks at you the same way that Oda, the editorial staff, and Shonen Jump magazine looks at anything Uta related. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any type of love in this world, it is the love produced by Toei Animation for Roronoa Zorro, and the love produced by Weekly Shonen Jump, Oda's editors, and Oda himself for anything to do with Otto or Uta. I mean, that's just facts. That's just facts. And so for all of us out there, currently still trying to find the individual to spend the rest of our lives with, look no further than to look at these author notes and see right here the facts presented before you. You don't have to go out and see a dating guru. Absolutely not. Who needs a dating guru when you have Toei Animation and Zorro? You don't need a dating guru. It's right in front of your eyes. Treat her right. Treat him right. That's it. That's it. And so this has been your love advice on this wonderful day. Let's continue on with the chapter. Lucci's reaction to the betrayal. So we're starting off exactly where we left off, with the island being cut in half. I said the island being cut in half. We're not back in Punk Hazard. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. But technically the island was cut in half by Stussy. But regardless. Let me put this right here. Lucci's reaction to betrayal. The entire observatory right here just gets decimated in half, obviously, by Kid Hawk. We see Kaku on the ground. By the way, I saw that thing that y'all tagged me in, as well as we saw it in the post stream last week for the Stussy stuff. I just thought it was absolutely nuts that Oda potentially, while introducing Stussy's character, either reread her introduction to Whole Cake Island and thought it would be funny to have Kaku fall in a similar way the giraffe did, or the man is that sick in the head that he was like, this is gonna get taken out 200 chapters from now. It's gonna be that good old Kaku, I'll tell you. I don't know what was cooking in Oda's mind back in Whole Cake Island. I don't know. I don't know if it was a callback or foreshadowing, but it don't matter. It don't matter to me. The fact remains that 2 giraffes have fallen to Stussy. I don't know what Stussy has against giraffes. I don't know if she just didn't like The Last of Us. Which, shout out to the HBO show, by the way. I don't know if she grew up not a fan of Jeffrey from Toys R Us. I'm not sure what Stussy has a problem with in regards to giraffes, but she's taken out 2 of them. She's caught 2 more bodies than Kaido. That's just facts. And they're both giraffes. So, Kaku, this is a bitter pill to swallow. Better get some more water. So, Lucci's struggling. He's like, yo, I need some... apparently the Tylenol's not working. He needs to either cut the pill in half or do something. He can't process the fact that what he did to Polly and the boys is currently happening to him. Stussy has an awesome panel right here to the left. Paper arts. Like Conan from Naruto? Heartbreak after image. So when you don't understand, your first instinct is to go for the kill. Lucci goes in. She gone. And attempts to take her. Yo! He goes in straight up with his finger and attempts to Shigan Stussy. And Stussy uses substitution jutsu, Conan style, and gets out of there. So when you don't understand, your first instinct is to go for the kill. That's actually very interesting. Calling back to the beginning of the arc, where they were having the conversations about, of course, attempting to understand what's happening in the greater picture of the world. And so she's kind of like messing with Lucci here, being like, so when you don't understand something, you're just like, F it, I'm not going to try to understand. I'm just going to go ahead and try to kill the thing. Right? Like, I'm not going to try to make common sense of it. And then the name is super cool. The Paper Arts. Heartbreak After Images. Or After Image, I apologize. After Image. You already know it's going to be a Treasure Cruise card when this gets animated. 110%. 110%. My, you're so wild. Is that lipstick? So she tears the lipstick in half. Lipstick made of sea stone? What's in that lipstick, bruh? If that's all it took just by tapping him in the neck. Yo! Applying sea stone? To even lip? That's kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. That's not only nuts, that's kind of raw. That's kind of raw. Could you imagine running into someone and they don't stab you with a knife? No, not knives. Knives are for random individuals who aren't experts in assassins. Those are not for the Ezio Auditores of the world. Absolutely not. Knives? Son, if you ain't pulling up with some lipstick, I don't want to see you. Dog, she pulled up not just with half a lipstick. She cut the thing in half. and it's in sea stone. Goes in, you see the fangs pop out, and straight up does the same exact thing she did to Kaku. I mean, Orochimaru's Dio Brando's in the neck. Cuckoo! Hattori comes in, worried for Lucci's life. I most certainly would. Although, I don't know whether I should be happy for Lucci or sad for him. I don't know. Let me know, chat. Should I be happy for Rob Lucci in this scenario, or should I be worried for his life, you know? Is he willing to risk it all? Is Lucci that dude? I don't know. Cuckoo! Teme! Bro, I played so much Yakuza. Oh, you're in the... Teme! I know how strong you boys are. Fighting you fair and square would have been stupid. Forgive me. Stussy, I love this about you. You understand. Like, screw the nonsense. If I can't take you out face to face, I'm just gonna utilize whatever tactics necessary in order to get what I want. I respect it. I know how strong you boys are. Fighting you fair and square would have been stupid. Forgive me. I mean, I can't blame her. She saw Robert D. Lucci get up from getting fodderized by Monkey D in Gear 5. The man got sent Wile E. Coyote style into the wall and came back out and wanted more smoke. I mean, I respect Lucci. I really do. What? Just a moment. What is this? Bro, I just realized Zorro and Brook are watching this all take place. That's kind of nuts. Zorro and Brook are just watching this massive twist take place before their eyes as Stussy turns into a bat and and knocks out both Kaku and Lucci, leaving only Hattori. Leaving only MVP Hattori to take care of the situation in hand. I mean, come on. We all knew Hattori was the best member of CP0, but to be put in this kind of light, you know, maybe Oda really is watching the videos. Who knows? I almost knocked over the camera. What? Just a moment. What is this? Why are the CP0 agents at each other's throats? Friendly fire, huh? Yeah, I love how nonchalant Zorro is. Friendly fire, huh? Like, yeah, man. Friendly fire. I need Zorro to say that whenever somebody gets shot in Call of Duty. You know how they get mad? What's your fire? I just need Zorro to calmly say, friendly fire, huh? Yeah. Like, hey, man. It is what it is. This is Stussy. And Stussy picks up Dendenmushi. Raw is all Flagnards. I put them both to sleep. Ugh. Yo, she delivered the Steph Curry. Yo, if this was the NBA... Bro, Stussy be running around like this. Yo, hitting a 3. Boom. That'd be Stussy. Stussy Steph Curry. Oh. You know what I mean? Just hit... Oh. Yo, Stussy hit the Steph Curry on him. Whoa. Wait. Yo, Stussy hit the Steph Curry on 2 of them. 2 of them. I put them both, not just 1. 2. 2 in the report. That's fantastic news. That Morgan's? Oh. Yo, I thought that was Morgan's that picked up for a second, but no, it's an. I think that's Pythagoras here. That's definitely not Morgan's. The first thing I thought of when somebody got hyped over news was Morgan's. That's on me. That's fantastic news. Stussy came through. York pull it together. Damn, yo, York is going ham on the food again. I can't blame her. If I had the endless supply of food that they have here on Egghead, I'd be just like York. Just like York. Huh? What's going on? Rob Lucci was beaten? Oh, that's the first thing Nami asked. No doubt he was taken by surprise. Her loyalty to me was kept secret even after she spent 20 years as one of their agents. Yo. The fact that someone's loyalty was shown in that type of way in front of someone like Zorro, whom we know is super loyal to Luffy, right? Like, you wonder what goes through Zorro's psyche when he sees something like that. Like, obviously, he's been very loyal to Luffy this entire time. He would never... Well, I mean, I'm not sure what Zorro would go... I mean, we know the lengths he would go through in his loyalty to Luffy. But Stussy's loyalty to Vegapunk was just in a different type of way. And obviously, right, being the first unit, it's like, okay, right? It's kind of like the firstborn daughter, I guess you could say, of Vegapunk. You had a mole in the intelligence branch. It wasn't our intention, but that's how it turned out. I like the way this panel is structured. I just love Shaka's design. I just think Shaka has such a cool design. Doctor, unfortunately, my authority level is the same as Lucci. Yeah. Doctor. Referring to Shaka as Doctor is kind of, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, my authority level is the same as Lucci's, so I can't override his orders and stop the Seraphim. And so here we see, once again, just like in the most recent chapter, where we see Kid Hawk, Jinbei, Hancock, and Kuma all pulling up directly to where they are right now, which is a very scary sight. Very, very scary sight. You've done plenty, Stussy. We're on our way. Hancock goes out, starts firing a laser. We see Edison and Lilith over here. We need to stop those runs before they flatten the others. Yo, Zorro, please, by the love of all of Flagnards, Zorro, just run over to Kid Hawk. You know what I mean? Bro, someone else can take care of Kuma. Someone else can take care of the S-Shark. Someone else can take care of the S-Snake. But you have to take care of the S-Hawk. Please. Please. Right, and is it just me or do those kids look familiar? So here, Kuma, Jinbei, I know. Especially that one. Zorro, please tell me you're talking about Mihawk. Please tell me you're talking about Kid Hawk, bro. Phooey, they won't stop blowing holes in the lab. Phooey. Though I suppose we can use those extra exits to get out faster. Is that Lilith saying that? It is. And I'm out. Hey, sir. Yo, and we see Kid Hawk, yo. And he has the stance, bro. He's got the Elden Ring stance. You know, when you pull all the way back if you're using like a weapon that requires two hands, and you go, and I'm talking. Oh, I mean, yo, he's putting everything that he has into this. You can tell. Look at the form. Look at the form. If you ever wanted to use a hammer, a blade that requires two hands, anything that is heavy. Look at this. This is perfect form. Look at his knees. I mean, yo, my man is in perfect shape. Kid Hawk. Oh, man. Yo, tomorrow, I'm pulling up with this picture, and that's going to be my form. I'm going to be like, yo, look at this, y'all. This is how you properly pick this up without getting yourself injured. Look at the knees. It's all in the knees. Trust me, I know. I've had an injured knee for the last 6 months. Seraphim, listen. Mihawk looks up, aims at Lilith, and even does the, you know, from Return to Sabaody with PX5. Beep, beep, goes in. Let's go! Real shonen! This is real shonen! Let's go! Let's go! Oh no! Let's go! Bro, from the moment that these things were introduced, we were like, when is the time? When is the time? That's all I need, bro. I'm a simple man. Yo, I am a simple man, bro. I just want to see Zorro doing cool stuff against powerful dudes. I'm a simple man. I don't need much, dog. I don't need much. All I ever want is to see this man, Roro no Goat Man Zorro, do something raw. and let him do it against the rawest of them all. A clone copy of the man worth 3.5 bills who is currently roaming the seas from the strongest person in the verse in Buggy D Clown. And it's like, yo, he goes in, pulls out 2 of the blades, and says, no mas. And we get our first hint as to what a Mihawk versus Zorro clash post-time skip would look like, as the entire page appears to just tear apart at the seams. It's just tearing apart at the seams. Zorro! So they clash. You already know the anime is gonna make this feel like somebody summoned Bahamut Zero. I mean, yo, this is gonna be nuts. When this gets animated, this is going to be insane. On closer inspection, you're not the same. You actually have a spark of humanity. Bro, what is he trying to say about Mihawk? What is he trying to say about Mihawk, bro? Wait. Yo, he's trying to say this man Mihawk tossed away his humanity to become the GOAT. On closer inspection, you're not the same. Bro, look at Zorro's face when he states this, dog. You actually have a spark of humanity still. And it's like, there's no one in the verse that would know Mihawk better than him, considering the 2 years he spent under him, right? Well, I'm not going to say in the verse. I'm saying, like, out of people here. Obviously, right? Like, no one would know Mihawk better than him. He's the man who's been chasing this whole time. You actually have a spark of humanity. That's a very interesting line of dialogue. Still, what are you? They both go back. Kid Hawk is still in tip-top form. They clash. It looks like the world is about to split apart. My house is about to split apart. What are you? That was a shock. Leave it to me, dude. Yo, so Zorro goes in. It looks like he's going for like a tiger trap right here as he clashes with Yoru. Not the Chainsaw Man one either. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. But we see right here Mihawk with Yoru. The clash. He delivers that line. They bounce off. And when they bounce off, we see, of course, this thing. But it looks like the whole planet's shaking. That was a shock. A literal shock. Leave it to me. So Edison is moving. Instead of him. Quit it. So Jinbei, of course, firing a laser here. He yells out to quit it. Stop fighting immediately. Edison! No, he can't be. Sanji? Bro, Sanji, hit somebody with sweet chin music. Hit somebody with a sweet chin music, please. You looking for this? That was close. So Sanji brings Edison. Edison! The Seraphim finally listened. And here we have Goatman, Hancock, Kid Hawk, Jinbei, and Kuma. Can someone tell me what these things are? Shaka, I've bound Lucci and Kaka with sea stone. So she bound them with lipstick? Much obliged, Stussy. We're leaving the island. You should come with us. You're telling me we're gonna have on the Thousand Sunny on the Thousand Sunny, we're gonna have Nami, Nico Robin, Jewelry Bonnie, And Stussy? Brother, that's an all-star team. Dog, that might be Argentina. That might be, I don't know, man. That's an all-star team. That might be the dream team. Oh, that might be the dream team. What? And Stussy just is understood. Like, yes. Stussy says what Yamato should have said in 1057, but we're not going to talk about that. We ain't talking about it. We ain't talking about that. Only thing I know is Stussy said understood. Stussy listens to Vegapunk. So at the very least, we know that coming with us to the next island is an individual who can knock people out with her lipstick. I mean, I didn't say it, Oda did. Oda did. Oda said it, not me. Stussy's coming with us to the next boat. Yo, we've gotta relax, man. Yo, we have to relax. Final Saga Oda is... it's in full display, son. Hey, Bonnie, where'd you go? Old man Punk, we can't leave without you. So Luffy's about to run into Bonnie and Vegapunk? Right when Bonnie's gonna do the memories thing? A truly unexpected development. A truly unexpected development. Dr. Vegapunk's main stellar body has vanished. What does that mean? They Scooby-Dooed him? What do they mean by vanish, bruh? Did he get zapped away? Kuma style? To another section of the planet? Did he phase and fizz away into what does that even mean? Dr. Vegapunk's main Stella body has vanished. Hey Bonnie, where'd you go? Old man Punk, we can't leave without you. A truly unexpected development. Old man, Oyaji, Dr. Vegapunk's main Stella body has been... Dog, I can't... What does that even mean? Because when you think about the word vanished, obviously you think about somebody who's disappeared from reality, or at the very least has disappeared from their like plane of existence, right? So, does that mean that Kuma's ability came into effect? And he was teleported somewhere else? Did he fizz out? We know that he was using the little quasar thing. Did that push him into another... I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Did he get Toki Toki no Meat? I don't know. Sphinx! Sphinx? New World? What in the world are we doing here? Whitebeard's hometown. Marco in a One Piece chapter in 2023. It was so scary. Not for me, I wasn't scared. There were Marines all over the place. Marco in a One Piece chapter in 2023. There were Marines all over the place. I'm real sorry, Kizue. I didn't mean to leave you in such a bad spot. It's not your fault, Marco. Those marine meanies, I thought I said weenies. I mean, it might as well say weenies. Those marine weenies were the worst. They said they were here for Whitebeard's treasure. They were just like pirates. If you play nice, you won't get hurt, okay? Yo, they rolled up like flipping back in Arlong Park. A cat? Remember, this place isn't government affiliated. You have no legal rights here. Whitebeard must have kept all of his treasure here. They're a real deal trying to mess with Whitebeard's island? Do they not know that Marco's here? If you don't tell us, we'll consider it an act of defiance. I could shoot all of you one by one, if you think that'll make you more talkative. There's no treasure here. Stop pointing that gun at my little brother. You really won't treat us as fellow humans just because we can't pay the government? Bro, what the hell's going on? Why are we in Whitebeard's hometown? Just because we can't pay the government, you monsters. So we have someone trying to, of course, uphold the peace here, and it just so happens to be a child. Where's Marco? Are you sure it's wise to act tough when Marco's not around? Oh, because Marco wasn't here, obviously, because he was still on Nagashima, right? Is that what you're trying to say? That they came here and stopped while he was either on Shanks' ship or on Onigashima? Hold her still. Yeah, please stop this. Granny! Steady. Please stop this. She's just an old lady. Granny! Plod. So he shoots? Wee! Bro, we talked about this last week. We literally talked about this last week. This man, bro, I don't know. I'm not used to the new Oda. I'm not used to the new Oda, bro. The new Oda is like I introduce one thing in one chapter, next chapter there's payoff. Weevil pops up rocking Whitebeard's glaive and he smacks the flagnards out of these dudes. Yeah! Hands off. Sends them all to the flagnards. Stay away from Pappy's home. Captain Rattel, it's Edward Weevil! Yo! Weevil with the goated entrance. And obviously after last week's chapter, we were all thinking about Weevil and good old Miss Bucky Buck. Alright? AKA Majin Buu and Bobby. Right? So all of us after last week were like, okay, this has to be the clone. This has to be the clone. This has to be the clone. And so here we get it. Here we get it, man. Stay away from Pappy's home. It's Edward Weevil. Weevil warships weren't meant to hunt down the warlords. Now they're disbanded. And obviously that is the case. We've lost all contact with the other squad. He got them all. What a strength. He's a bona fide monster. You better believe he's a monster, bro. That's Whitebeard's son. Brother, we talked about it last week. We all, at one point in time, we doubted it. There's no way this is Whitebeard's son. When we saw the final panel of last week's chapter, we immediately understood. We understood. The facts were there. As they say, the truth is in the pudding. And I saw it in Pudding's memories. I know what I'm talking about. Get back to the ship. We need to wait for backup. This is Sphinx, bro. I can't believe we're in flippin' Sphinx. An ex-warlord just showed up. It's Weevil, requesting immediate assistance. If that big guy hadn't shown up, the village would be toast. What a hero. I'm glad you're all safe, Yoy. That wasn't the end of it, Marco. Who do you think they sent in after that? Who do you think they sent in after that call for backup? Is that her? Yes, it is. None other than Admiral Ryokyugyu, and he wasn't pulling any punches. They've taken my sweet Weevil away. Green Bull took Weevil away? Give me my beloved son back. And while you're at it, fork over Newgate's inheritance too. For a member of the Rocks Pirates, self-proclaimed scientist, Maz resident freeloader Miss Buckin. There's the reveal, bro. Buckingham Stussy. Odom. Once I can't believe that the man is introducing stuff and giving us immediate payoff in the following chapter. This is just nuts. This is just nuts. So there's the reveal. There's the confirmation. This is the original Stussy. Man. Former member of the Rocks Pirates and a self-proclaimed scientist. I love how that self-proclaimed thing is there. So, Green Bull pulled up and took Weevil away. And she's also trying to take Whitebeard's inheritance as well. But regardless of this, Mad's resident freeloader is what they've said for Miss Buckingham Stussy. So the Mads were somewhat, I mean, not somewhat. They were definitely in correlation with the Rocks Pirates. But after last week's chapter, we all assumed many of these different things, right? About the connection to Miss Buckingham and Stussy, and the potential scenarios of Weevil being like a failed Whitebeard clone and stuff, right? Like we talked about all this, but to see, like I said, the payoff to that almost immediately, to where we cut over to Sphinx Island. So Green Bull, he was like, yo, I'm leaving here with something. Green Bull stated, and I quote, I'm leaving here with something. He couldn't go mess with Luffy because the man couldn't even get past Momonosuke and Yamato. Then Shanks pulled up and Wi-Fi hockeyed him, and he was like, if I couldn't get them, I'm leaving here with something. And he left with Weevil. I don't know, man. I don't know. Weevil! Mama! Sent to prison for protecting his father's village. Isn't this tragic? Don't you think our boy has a noble soul? Well, I appreciate you guys protecting this place at least, Joy. Marco, I can hear it in your tone. You still doubt he's Whitebeard's? Well, I know someone who can prove it. Dr. Vic... Wait. She's trying to legit say that's Whitebeard's boy? The legends continue to be true, bro. Y'all just be thinking I'm trolling most of the time, man. I know what I'm saying. I saw last week's panel. That's Whitebeard Jr. Dog, no one in the history of mankind is rocking. Look at that sauce right there. Just look at him. Yes, sir. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Break next week. The chapter ended? Weevil Mama heads off. And the prison for protecting Soldier innocent trash. Don't you think that world has a noble soul? Well, I appreciate you guys protecting this place at least, right? What can I hear in your tongue? You still thought he's Whitebeard? Well, I know somebody of Dr. Vegapunk. Break next week. Oh no, why do you do this to me? Kizaru-san! I thought I was going to see the chapter's not over! Oh, Lord, I need help. Oh, God almighty, I need help. Hold on, wait. Kizaru, we've prepared snacks and tea for our guest. I'm sure you remember to test for poison, right? Test for poison? Of course, sir. I'll take it to him back to your post. Yes, sir. Marine World Government. Kizaru, we've prepared snacks and tea. Snacks and tea? I'm sure you remember to test for poison. I'll take it to him back to your post. So have you ever met Dr. Vegapunk before? Who's this? What the? putting on my knee brace. I gotta walk. Give me a sec. I gotta walk, bro. I gotta walk around, man. Hold up. Wait. Oh my god, bro. First we cut to the... Oh, no wonder Oda put the Gorosei in the game. No wonder the Gorosei showed up in a filler. You know, they showed up in a filler episode. They show up in Film Red. They show up in Odyssey. They're just showing up everywhere. Because Oda's like, the Gorosei, dog, he didn't even give us an Oda box. He didn't even give us an Oda box when they showed up last time. Why would he? He's like, I'm Final Saga. Oh my goodness, bro. Out of all the Gorosei members, dog, you know who I thought it was when I looked down here? At first, I was like, this looks like someone from the underworld, bro. I thought he had Morgans. I thought he had Dufeld. I thought he had someone from the underworld. Because when they said to test for poison, I was like, wait. Is this someone from the underworld? Or are we about to get like a sword type of like major, massive twist and turn? I never in a million years would have expected to see this member of the Gorosei, any member of the Gorosei. Once a long time ago, I think what's happening now is truly such a shame. So he met Dr. Vegapunk once a long time ago, and he believes that what's happening right now is truly such a shame. The highest authority in the world, one of the 5 elders, Saint J Garcia Saturn. First and foremost, that's a raw name. Second of all, JD Legend is not going to get this title on his name. Absolutely not. JD Legend, you are not going to get the Saint J Garcia. As much as how raw this name is, we ain't giving you the Saint J Garcia Saturn. We ain't giving Jay the Saint J Garcia Saturn. I gotta say this full name. You know, in Hispanic culture, we have a thing where we say people's full names when we're mad or when we're impressed. All right, we say people's full name. So, Saint J Garcia Saturn. Every time I refer to this individual, I'm saying his full name. It's in my Hispanic nature. So we're here with Saint J Garcia Saturn. And what I find so fascinating about this is when I finished Water 7 for the first time, a long time ago, the first things that I made comparisons to were, of course, what Oda was trying to compare it to in regards to like the WG, the underground stuff. But in particular, how much things... Well, first and foremost, they were taking place like in a Venice type of place. But in my mind, I always had a connection to... especially whenever I saw the catacombs with Instant Messenger Sama, and once again back in Water 7, it just reminded me a lot of like the mysteries of the Vatican, right, and stuff like that. So the fact that one of the 5 elders is named Saint, right, like this is once again going into Oda potentially taking references from real life history and portraying it within his manga, but Saint is so interesting to me. J Garcia Saturn is just the rawest thing I've ever heard. Because Saturn, obviously, we know exactly what that entails, and I'm not sure what that means for the overall scale of One Piece going from here on forward. But Saint J Garcia Saturn, what does this mean for the rest of the Gorosei members? What are they going to be called? This is kind of nuts. So if they're all considered to be saints, then what in the world is Instant Messenger Sama's name going to be? Dude, that's a fire name, bro. Say J Garcia Saturn. Wait, does that confirms the Celestial Dragon connection then, right? Because we know that all the individuals we've met so far that are Celestial Dragons have had the Saint come before the name, right? Like the Saint Charlos, Saint Miosgard. So Saint J Garcia Saturn, that implies that the Gorosei members are not just bodyguards for the Celestial Dragons; they are Celestial Dragons themselves, which is something that all of us have been thinking about. We just never had the direct confirmation from that. So then that really, really makes me fascinated in so many different things. So many different things. Have we ever seen a member of the Gorosei not be there? You know? Like, I remember back during Onigashima, we were all trying to figure out, like, oh my god, is one of the members of the Gorosei going to show up, right? For one of them to be here with Kizaru, that means Kizaru ain't pulling up alone! Kizaru's not pulling up alone, dude. He's pulling up with a member of the Gorosei. And the member of the Gorosei has the rawest name in the series, Saint J Garcia Saturn. Oh my goodness. Oda! Dude, yo, give me a moment, bro. This is... Yo, reveal-wise, this is an extra Santa Hat chapter, bro. This is an extra Santa Hat level chapter, man. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. This is an extra Santa Hat level chapter. Who does this? Okay, so before I get to the supers, Laz, my boy, I see you in the comments, my good brother. Jay was already celebrating? Of course he was, bro. Bro already rebranded? See, I can't blame him, though. I really can't blame him. If my name was Jay, I would have changed my name immediately. Jay took it already? Gorosei Jay. God bless him. God bless him. When I talk to him, I'm going to make sure to talk to him about that. But, God bless him for doing that. But let me before I go here and thank you so much for the supers, before I start reading the supers here, let me read these chapter notes real quick. In addition to referencing the planet/god, Saturn's name referred to two unrelated musicians. Jerry J. Garcia, his name is very similar and he bears a visual resemblance to the character. That's actually very interesting. There's also Russell Garcia, who wrote a song called The Lost Souls of Saturn. Rattel is named after the honey badger. Dude, how in the world were these connections? Oh, One Piece fans are nuts. One Piece fans are insane. Dog, we get one name and so many different things immediately pop out. This is why I love this community. Excuse me, this is why I love this community. This chapter was spectacular. This chapter had Stussy greatness. Vegapunk's disappeared. Zorro... The fact that Zorro and Kid Hawk clashing was not the most insane part of the chapter is a shock to me. That is Final Saga Oda at its finest. The fact that then Stussy's coming with us. Vegapunk's disappeared. We cut over to Sphinx. Weevil has been captured. We get the confirmation of what we talked about last week with Miss Buckingham and Stussy. And in the midst of all of that, Saint J. Garcia Saturn is pulling up Kizaru. Brother. I love Oda, man. I just do. So we're going to read this, these supers here. Lutic Neo. Thank you so much for the 10, dog. He says, the other Gorosei will have planet names too. Saturn this chapter, the other four will probably be Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Oh, man, I love that. And Imu can represent Earth since he's the king of the OP world / Earth. Actually, Lutic Neo, that actually goes into what we've been talking about in regards to potential names for Messenger-sama, right? Being like Mother Earth, Mother Sea. If Oda's going down the Queen Princess route with Messenger-sama, like Mother Earth. Mother Sea, stuff like that. Going down the king route, obviously, king of the world and stuff of that nature. Umi has always been like, the other way around, which of course entitles like having the entire world at your oyster as being the king of the sea, right? If you're the king of the sea in the One Piece world, you pretty much own the world. So a lot of interesting scenarios there, but I just never would have imagined us to talk about space, because now when we're talking about space, if you're absolutely right, and the Saturn we see here is also connecting us to the planets around the world, now I'm super interested as to what the individuals back in the Void Century actually discovered, and why the individuals that are celestial dragons wear spacesuits. Because they wear spacesuits, is Oda trying to imply that humanity came from another place and then found this place and made it their home? Did they come on a spaceship from somewhere else? See, now I'm really starting to get crackpot theory with this. Because if you're absolutely right, and now we get Saturn and Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, that's not Oda just giving them names because they sound cool, even though they definitely sound cool. This is going to be direct relation to what the Celestial Dragons potentially, or where they potentially came from at 900 years ago, to be held in the way they are. So now I wonder, is the Saturn thing like a thing that's been carried for years, like the Don Quixote name? Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, all 5 of the elders having those names is actually really cool. And I would really like if Oda explored with Pluto, considering that Pluto, of course, was changed into no longer being a planet, right? And I wonder if Oda would explore something like the original individual who was erased to keep balance in the world. It's like potentially a planet and stuff. I think that'd be really cool too. If you want to like go into real life terms for Oda to translate that within the manga itself, I think that'd be really cool. But Lutic Neo, thank you very much for the 10, brother. I appreciate it. Then Lutic Neo comes in with a 5 and says, also interestingly, the ancient weapons are named after the remaining planets, which are Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. That's a great point. I did not even think about that. The Gorosei and the ancient weapons all being a part. Oh, man. That's so true. What is Oda cooking with that, bro? Thank you, Lucic Neo. That's factual. That is 100% facts. Man. Thank you, Lucic Neo, dog. Then Karan Brown, shout out to the good brother Karan Brown, that says, do you believe Saint J Garcia Saturn is a combatant or strictly a tactician? Let me look at him again. You know, I can tell. I can tell when someone is a good combatant. I can normally tell. Bro, look at the way he's holding that staff. Look at his calm demeanor. Yeah, let's make him box. Look at the scar on his face. Karan Brown, look at the scar. Let me say this name again. The highest authority in the world, one of the 5 elders. Look at the scar on Saint J Garcia Saturn. Look at his scar, bro. Look at his scar and tell me that man wasn't boxing. Look at that beard and his scar and tell me he wasn't out here boxing, bro. Look at him. Oh, he's a fighter. He's a warrior. Oh, bro, with a name like that, son, I'd make him my Supreme Commander. I would make him the Supreme Commander of the army immediately. Could you imagine rolling up to anywhere and you're like, brother, my name is Saint J Garcia Saturn. People start kneeling. Like he's Lelouch v. Britannia. Look at that scar. So I do believe he's a combatant. To answer your question, Karan Brown. Thank you so much for the 10, brother. I appreciate you. So I'll go with combatant. I'll go with combatant. Then Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a 5 and says Oda gives us legit schooling. They represent the Roman Empire / mythology. Exactly. They actually represent the Roman Empire. And to me, that's so interesting, right? And I was actually researching this the other day for my own research purposes, in regards to like the Roman Empire and stuff. And now I'm going to be looking at it with a different context. With a One Piece type of context. Which to me is just so cool how he continues to do this. Yo, when I first saw the break next week, I was like, there's no way. Now I get it. Oh, now I get it. How could he not go on break? Brother, he just revealed the member of the Gorosei's name. And the fact they're with Kizaru on the ship. Bro, I need to see this man see Luffy with his own 2 eyes. If he sees Luffy with his own 2 eyes, that's going to tell us so much. This is how I know the final saga is different, bro. This is how we all know the final saga is on a different level, dog. This is nuts. This is nuts. But it's Semester Sama. Thank you for the 5, dog. Thank you for the 5. Dude, the flippin' Gorosei are on the move, man. Goodness gracious. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a 10. It says, King, have you watched The Mummy? Legendary movie. Legendary movie. Im-sama equals Imhotep, aka the father of medicine, inventor of the pillars. Nefertari Vivi equals Nefertiti Vivi, aka the princess of Egypt. And that did come out around the same time. Laz? I've been telling Laz for so long, every time we have this conversation, about the fact that, yo, I can't stop feeling this feeling within me in the core of my soul that Oda came up with the concept of Instant Messenger Sama back in Alabasta. It's like there's these hints. The voice sentry was brought up there for the first time in regards to the true history and the poneglyphs and the ancient weapons and Vivi and they were the first ones to turn. I was like, wait, Instant Messenger Sama, the roots are there. So if you're right, actually, when did The Mummy come out? Because that was around the time Oda was in the formative stage of creating the One Piece story. The Mummy, 1999. 1999, while Drum Island was being released, Oda was watching The Mummy. Oh, you might be into something there, brother. I love it. I love it. It's all agenda, and I love it. I love it. Imhotep, aka the father of medicine and inventor of the pillars. Especially with the Nefertiti Vivi thing. Yo. Instant Messenger Sama blew my mind with that one, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you for the 10, brother. Thank you for the 10. Before I read the next super, Akash Panda comes in and says, Gorosei means 5 elder planets, not 5 elder stars. Japanese is the same word for stars and planets. That is fascinating. I didn't know that. I did not know that stars and planets meant the same thing in Japanese. That is cool. And then Karan Brown comes in with a 10 and says, sports side note, excited about this game this Sunday. May the best team win. Yo, anybody in here who's a 49ers fan, best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. As an Eagles fan, I'll be rooting for my team all the way. But for everyone who is on Team Laz, as a 49ers fan, much love to y'all. So Karan Brown, absolutely. This week is going to be great for sports. Great weekend for sports. But specifically for the NFL. But yeah, thank you for the 10, brother. I appreciate you. Yo. Dog, I'm in shock. Nika 1 poster got him shook. Gamer Nebula. The Nika Wanted poster has them so shook that a member of the Gorosei came by himself. I can't believe this. I can't believe that a member of the Gorosei is casually with Kizaru on a ship, and we're accepting it because it's the final saga. And like Izzy thing says, watch him be the first Sugefest legend, and this is the thing. He's gonna be the first Gorosei Sugefest legend, and he's not gonna do a thing. It's gonna be that panel right there, and that panel is gonna have a final tap. It's gonna have the super tandem. It's gonna have everything. Everything you could ever give to a One Piece Treasure Cruise card. My dog, Saint J Garcia Saturn, is gonna have it. You don't need a box. Like Last says, Gorosei vs. Joy Boy is the greatest handicap match in fiction. That's just facts. That's just facts. That's just facts. Yo, OMG, what's good? OMG says, planet names are probably just titles. They get inherited. Unless the Gorosei are somehow immortals and have been around since forever. So that is another question, right? It's like, are these members individuals who have been around for a prolonged period of time from all the way back in the Void Century, or is this something that has been specifically passed down for years? And I've talked about this in regards to somebody potentially being a traitor in the Gorosei, right? Because for me, if they've been with Instant Messenger-sama for 800 years, if they've been with Instant Messenger-sama and lived the 800 years with Im-sama, then that to me would lead more towards, okay, no, they're just extremely loyal to Im-sama. If this is something that's been a title passed down for years, one of these Gorosei members is going to be a traitor. One of the members of the Gorosei is going to be a traitor. Because they're not going to have the loyalty that the other members of like the past have once had. And it would be a nice way for Oda to explore someone who has been destined to take this position to defend someone like that and actually go against their fate, right? I think it would go in line with like the themes of One Piece for a character to do that. So I think it would depend, right? It would depend on what Oda's going with that. But if the planet names truly are just titles, like you said, and they get inherited, then we're in for some heat. We're in for some heat. Tell them again, lazy muffles. Go fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Can we get much higher, Swanong? I don't know. Yo, Gohano BR is something that's kind of spooky. It says, imagine if he says, I remember Joy Boy being stronger. Dude, that'd be nuts. That would be crazy. Remember he had Pluto in his mind when it was still a planet. That's right. That's a great point, Wheezy Bird. Because he created the ancient weapons and all that stuff whenever Pluto was still a planet. That's absolutely factual. Absolutely factual. Matt Saturn says, yo, shout out to Matt Saturn, a member of the Gorosei, and without question, J Garcia Saturn's burner account here. I saw a fake panel of Saturn stomping G5. See? That's how you can tell Matt Saturn is in fact his burner account. I think we're not going to be seeing Saturn fight, but instead he will order the Seraphim to attack. But in the final war, we see the Gorosei fight, but not yet right now. Let's just see. Okay, DJ, I see what you're saying. So he's pulling up specifically just to be the highest order to allow the Seraphim to go against the Straw Hats. And then later on, we'll see what he can actually do himself. I gotcha. I just want the rest of the Gorosei to have crazy names. Gotta top J Garcia Saturn. It's such an amazing name, OMG. Like, how are we gonna top that? That's Oda, you know. The first Mummy was in the 30s, so there was another Mummy movie in the 30s. See, I never watched that one. The Mummy in the 30s. Oh wow, 1932. American pre-code supernatural horror film directed by Carl Freund. Oh. See, I've never seen this one. Interesting. I honestly didn't know that. I missed some older super chats, Pluto. Thank you for letting me know. Hold on. Let me go back to... Let's see if they'll pop up. Man, bro, I can't believe what I just experienced. Oh yeah, YouTube changed this whole thing. How do I get back to the screen? So give me that and Maki Man. Much love. Much love for the memberships. I really appreciate y'all. I just saw that pop up here. And in supers... Am I caught up on supers? I did miss some supers. Yo, thank you so much. Pluto, you are a goat. So I did miss 2 supers. So Subra, shout out to my dog Subra coming in saying it's peak fiction. Peak fiction, I'll come later. Absolutely, Subra. Thank you so much for stopping by. Look forward to talking to you later. And then Instant Messenger Sama came in with a 10. It says, by God, somebody stop the damn match. Like, yo, let me tell you something. J.R. Jim Ross would have lost his mind calling this chapter. He would have lost his sanity calling this legendary chapter. He really would have. He really would have. Thank you, Instant Messenger Sama, for the 10, brother. I truly, truly appreciate you. And Pluto, man, thank you for looking out. I never would have seen those. Man. Dude, I'm in shock, bro. Shout out to Glock Purdy. Shout out to Glock Purdy. It could be Super Alatreon 1. For it being the younger blonde Gorosi member, it very well could be. It very well could be. Luffy finna spank St. J. Hey, let's take it, Mufasa. I mean, any Luffy hype. If Luffy bodies a member of the Gorosei, next time any of us do a top 30 stream, I'm gonna say, I mean, Luffy has the biggest feet in the verse. All right. He defeated the world's strongest creature, and he defeated a man named Saint J Garcia Saturn. There is no one else in the One Piece verse who's rocking those types of feats. That's just factual. That's just factual. Alright? So, I'll become a power scaler if Luffy defeats him. Because I'm pulling up into every stream just saying Luffy top 1. Every stream. Every stream. I will personally enter calls to ensure that the Luffy greatness gets pushed. Alright? I heard about some special collab. This is me. There are a few collabs that are in the work. I can promise you that. It's gonna be some good stuff. It's gonna be some good stuff. Yeah, Maki Man, me too. The space stuff is so insane, bro. It's so exciting. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with another fight. Dog, Instant Messenger Sama's out here legitimately trying to bring Saint J Garcia Saturn to my house. Man. Cousin on the 5 says, I wonder what Anidu is cooking up since the time skip. And to be honest with you, what is NL's real name? For years, we speculated it's Marshall Mathers the third. Some people said he's Slim Shady. But what about if his name is really Saint J Garcia Saturn II? Or potentially Saint J Garcia M? We don't know anymore. We don't know anymore in this series. I don't know anything anymore. I thought everything that I once thought I knew about One Piece, apparently I don't know anymore. I just don't. So, NL, we know he's cooking. We know for a fact he's cooking. We just don't know what he's cooking at this point in time, especially since the time skip. I just can't wait to see him again as Semester Sama. But thank you for the 5, brother. I appreciate you. Man, this chapter was crazy, bro. I just can't believe it, man. Oh, that's so. Ren Nozen says, "What if they also have ancient weapons, but somewhat inferior to the other 3? So they have ancient weapons, but they aren't as powerful as yours." That's actually really interesting. I like that idea that they have like these fake ancient weapons, or not necessarily fake, but just ancient weapons that are not as powerful as the others. That's fascinating. Every week I'm left asking, where do we go from here? Pluto, where do we go from here? After being introduced as St. J Garcia Saturn. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, Subra! Coming to membership for 5 months. Who says, yo, Goat, Saturn, Mars, Venus, Emu, Earth theories, peak, Sun, Luffy, Moon, Blackbeard, Space, Peace, Goat. Bro, we need Space Peace. With all these references, Vegapunk build us a rocket ship with Frankie and let's go. I will check the reaction after the stream. It was a crazy, crazy, crazy experience, Subra. This chapter broke my ankles to the highest degree. Ankle breaking Oda is back. He never left. The only thing he did was put up, you know how LeBron is on this crazy stretch right now? Oda's doing that with ankle breakers. It's ankle breaker after ankle breaker after ankle breaker after ankle breaker. And it's been like this for years. But in Egghead in particular, it's legitimately been non-stop ankle breakers. And I just don't know. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how he's doing it, Subra. But thank you for the 5 months, man, once again, brother. I truly appreciate you. Anna That's a fire name, Lazy Muffles. Anna Lazagoro say son is a St. J Garcia. I'm telling you, bro. St. J Garcia Saturn II. Dude, Sam, my brother. Chapter was peak. The chapter was flipping peak, my brother, man. Psh. Dude, what happened to Vegapunk? Bro, this chapter's too stacked, dude. It is too stacked. This chapter is stacked. You know what I'm going to do this week for the afterthought? Oh my god, we're on break. Oh, that means we might have... let's... Can I do it next week? So, my plan was that next break week, we were going to do the ARC rankings. So, man, let me see if I can do that next week. Oh, man. So first and foremost, if we're going to do this ARC rankings, I've got to figure out how we're going to split the arcs. Are we going to go through every single arc? Or are we going to split them into sagas? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what we're going to do. So, since we're on break, it's going to be the perfect time for us to do it. So, I'll figure it out. Before we get there, though, Afterthought's going to be nuts this week. Afterthought's going to be fun. The Afterthought's going to be fun this week, man. Goodness gracious. That's why Skype top 1 and NL top 5 is going to be relevant. Space Piece is here. I'm telling you, Maki, man. Space Piece will be here. Space Piece, as far as I'm concerned, is already here. Yo, Duzzy. What's good, Duzzy? NL's chilling with Gin on the Moon Trust. I mean, yo, NL's building up his own crew, right? And it's going to be like Impel Down. All over again, except like with former One Piece characters, or characters from like earlier on in the series. You're going to have your Gin over there, your Gaimon's over here, right? He's going to have all these former legends. Shiki's going to be with him, you know? The lurking legends. Oda's a Lunarian. He ignites his pen. I mean, legit. He is a Lunarian. That's a factual statement. Does Void Sentry mean Space Sentry? That's interesting moment, son. Space Sentry. He could definitely play around with a title like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Why should Oda canonize the cover stories just to sleep on Brother Enidu? Yo. That's what I've been telling the One Piece anime. I've been loving the direction of the One Piece anime. And what we need is for them to do these cover stories. Especially before Egghead, man, you know? At least some of them. But then again, I want to see Egghead animated. What was the peak viewership during the stream? I'm not sure, Pluto. I want to be honest with you. From the moment that Kid Hawk and Mihawk happened until the end of the stream, it was almost like I even forgot I was live. All of that was a blur. All of that was a blur, man. I didn't look over here. I didn't see the concurrent viewers. I have no idea. It's late at night and I'm shadow banned still, so it couldn't have been that high. But it's all good. I appreciate everybody who's here, man, because I know it's mad late, and I know based on different time zones, there's probably mad late for y'all. So I appreciate y'all being here. Fire chapter, love it, yo. Aaron Rookbo, this chapter was goated. I'd rather do individual arcs and short ones like Return to Somebody and Egghead deserve specific attention. Okay, Super Alatron, I'll definitely make sure to keep that in mind. As a matter of fact, I can just do a poll here with y'all. I mean, this isn't going to 100% like go one way or the other, but just let me know here. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. And okay, so I'm going to create the poll here. Let me know. Talk to me. Sagas, individual arcs, or what in the flying fragments you're talking about, Coach? Let me know. Let me know, man. It was around 380. Cool. Glad to hear it. Yeah, almost 400. Sweet. By the way, is the episode going 1051 is chapter 1026 by Sky Split coming soon this year. Peak Piece greatness, dude. I've been loving the One Piece anime so much, and coming off of the most recent GOAT episode with Yamato, I can't even imagine what they have in store for the next episode, and then, like you said, for the following episode, considering that probably is going to be the Sky Split episode. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. What do you think of the humanity line about Mihawk? Yes. So Afterglow, I'm glad you brought this up because I actually forgot about this with all the insane stuff that happened in this chapter. That humanity line is going to come into play. I strongly believe that is going to come into play later on. It might come into play during the Mihawk stuff at the end of the series, or it could come into play with Zorro's journey to continue to go towards Mihawk, or whenever we get some more Mihawk stuff here in Cross Guild. Because I think it's very, very interesting, especially how Zorro immediately compared him to Mihawk in that way. Like, yeah, you're definitely not him. You still have a shred of humanity. I thought that was a very interesting line. And one that's definitely going to have some payoff later on down the line, so most certainly. Recon, I love you, man. I appreciate you, Marshall D. Teach, man. Love you too, brother. No, AJP Navir, you missed the stream, dude. It was a gold one, man. It was a goated stream. Not gonna lie to you. What? Kebab316 says, Recon, did you know Khan is probably going to be reading the manga? Khan's going to become a manga reader? Watch out. Stop playing. Why? What caused him to make the choice? Did he get spoiled? Arc's better? Yes, Syndratic. I'm thinking the same thing. That's a good point, Kian YT. Kian YT says, Chapter 472 cover story reveals the ancient moon city name is Burka, the same name as the Sky Island Anna is supposed to come from. That is a factual statement. That is a very, very factual statement. It could be a Kosh Panda. It could be. Or just cover a lot of the 1025 stuff. Apparently, Ota's gonna animate a scene next episode. Ota? He is the one with the wiggly animation of Marco Queen. Oh my god. He could potentially do the tag team attack with Yamato and Luffy? The one who did the legendary scene with Marco Queen and then Frankie. Oh my gosh. Frankie's like Luffy got a dude. Oh, don't tell me that Vortex, bro. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. It has to be the tag team attack with Snake Man and Yamato. It has to be. It has to be. It absolutely has to be. Oh, man. He got spoiled on G5. He read a chapter today on his Patreon. He got spoiled today. Man, that sucks, dude. But at the same time, I'm happy for him. Because now, reading the manga, he'll be able to, like, reduce the risk of being spoiled. But that sucks he got spoiled again, man. Syrup Village top 1. Shout out to Syrup Village, man. I wonder where that's going to rank. Yo, Michael Mickles, my boy, coming in strong. The good brother with the 10 bones. It says, my hands were full, but I was listening the whole time. Only Oda drops a packed fire chapter just to have you only remember the last page. That is so factual, bro. Can't wait for Luffy to call the Elder Scar Gramps. Thanks, GOAT. Let me tell you something. Luffy calling a man named Saint J Garcia Saturn just Gramps that's my GOAT. That's my GOAT, man. Truly, bro. But Michael Mickles, man, thank you, brother, for taking the time to listen, man. I truly appreciate you. And like you said, this is truly an Oda thing to do, right? Packing a fire chapter just have you only remember the last page. That's just so Oda. So Oda, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, OMG, that's the thing, right? Like, OMG says eventually anime only should consider switching. No way they aren't going to get spoiled with things as big as they are. Especially when we get a chapter as, like, huge as the Gear 5 chapter. And later down the line, I don't know how people are going to avoid spoilers when Luffy meets Shanks. Luffy meeting Shanks, the One Piece being revealed. When we get to Laugh Tale, Luffy versus Blackbeard, Shanks versus Blackbeard, Zorro versus Mihawk. These are going to be things that are going to be everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be hard for us manga readers to avoid spoilers, let alone people who are anime only. I still hear things to this day of people who were not caught up to the manga during the Sabo stuff, because chapter 731 legitimately was everywhere, right? Like, that was the biggest chapter to that time in regards to, besides the Ace stuff, obviously. Ace went into the mainstream. But Sabo, after that, was like the next big event that was like, yo, this is everywhere. Like, the Sabo stuff spoiled so many anime-onlys. And so I wonder, and it's a marketing thing, and also because of how huge that moment was. And I still have anime-onlys from that time tell me to this day that's when they decided to read the manga. It's because of the Sabo stuff from chapter 731. So, anime-onlys, like you said, OMG, they might have to switch soon. It's getting crazy. It's getting really, really crazy, especially with chapters like this dropping regularly. Yo, Greg Radford. Thank you so much for stopping by, dude. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. We're still going strong here, man. Yeah, DJ. That's just the sad part about it, man. Here we kind of stride from Discord. What's good? This chapter was hype. This chapter was insanely hype. AWH95. This chapter was. I just don't know, man. Like, Saint J Garcia Saturn, the confirmation that we had last week about Stussy. Weevil gets captured by Green Bull. Vegapunk has disappeared. Stussy's coming with us. Oh my goodness. This chapter, man. Nasty Ninja Gear 5 was on the news. I'm so glad that I read the scans right. Because I can't even imagine how difficult that chapter was to avoid for people who read on for just the official release, because man, bro, Gear 5 that day was I've never seen a manga chapter do what that chapter did. In all of the years I've been doing this, that chapter was literally everywhere. I don't know how people avoided that. I don't. They would have had to do what I did to leading up to that chapter's release, which is just go completely blank and not access any social media. Because the moment that I logged on Twitter, when we finished reading the chapter, it was everywhere. It was everyone, and I only really use just one social media site. People who use multiple, I can't even imagine how difficult it had to have been to avoid that. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. Exactly, OMG. Like, that's just the thing, right? Like, sometimes we get spoiled as manga readers. We have to stay off social media for a couple days when spoilers come out. Let alone for people who are anime onlys. You know, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I was spoiled on Sabo and was still in Naruto and not even reading One Piece at the time. That's crazy, not Elon Musk. The fact that you weren't even reading One Piece. That's how you know that moment was so huge, though. Because it really was. You know, at the time, it was just such a crazy reveal. Especially if you were in our community, right? Like, in our community, specifically by our community, I'm talking about, like, you know, the Forever World, King of Lightning, Sawyer 7 Mage, like, our side of the community for weekly chapter reviews. That's all we talked about, right? Chapter 731 at the time. That came out around Christmas. I remember starting One Piece and seeing Sabo before I knew anything about him. That's crazy, kids who live. Just seeing Sabo before you know anything about him. I'm pretty sure that's how people who play Jump Force must feel. Like, or Pirate Warriors 3, where Sabo's just plastered everywhere. Next One Piece opening is definitely spoiling G5. I'm 100% sure. I don't know if it'll spoil G5, but I know it'll give massive hints like they've been doing so far. If they spoil G5 in the opening, that's going to be kind of ridiculous. But I can see them doing it. But at the same time, I do think we'll get major hints. Benzo, this chapter was something special. This was a final Saga Oda level chapter. I think that Bonnie has basically kidnapped Vegapunk. Oh, Michael Mickles, that's what you think happened. So it could be something as simple as that. See, Michael Mickles, I was looking at it from like a larger, like, maybe he got Kuma'd away, like, zapped away. Maybe whenever Bonnie went to get on the memories, it activated his ability. And maybe they both got, like, sent somewhere else. That's what That's what I thought he was talking about, but no. What you're talking about is that Bonnie legitimately may have never touched the memory thing to begin with and actually just took Vegapunk, which is kind of interesting. My goat, Recon. I appreciate you, WZ, man. Appreciate you. Dang, Pluto, man. Thank you for taking the necessary sacrifice, I suppose. I appreciate you for going that far. Stussy about to be another carrot. Watch out, Izzy and thing. Alright, so I guess we'll end the poll here. So it looks like we'll be doing individual arcs. Now we just have to figure out how we're going to be doing it. But thank y'all for participating in the poll. I am planning on doing this arc rankings soon. Like I said, next week I'll have to see. I want to do it next week. I just have to see if I'm able to get all this stuff together before then. But doesn't matter. We're gonna be on this chapter heavy for sure. But excited. I'm very excited. I haven't done arc rankings in a while, so if we get to do this for especially coming off of this awesome chapter. Like, I kind of want to wait until Egghead finishes to do an arc ranking, but at the same time, I feel like even if we were to... It's just going to continue to get better and better, man. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't even know where I would even rank Egghead right now. The arc is so godly, I don't even know where I'd rank it. Yo, Archie RM says anime opening spoiling G5 and the Seraphims. I can definitely see the Seraphims. I can actually definitely see the Seraphims in the opening. 100%. Dude. Okay. Alright. So, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, there is an individual that belongs to the 5 Elder Stars. Apparently, I have to give it up. It might be true. But, ladies and gentlemen, please give a rounding welcome to Mr. Let me read the full title. The highest authority in the world, one of the 5 elders, Saint J Garcia, Saturn legend, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my boy, the good brother, Mr. Saint J Garcia, Saturn, man. Nothing but love to my boy. I see him in the chat. Oh, man. 731 got me watching reactions. It was so good. I need to get more of it. Roger's Base was the first one I watched, I think. So I remember Sawyer's Did You Guys Cry? yo, Cole's Lucci thing is one of the most iconic reactions in the history of our community. There's a compilation video called Legend of 731. Dude, I was there. Lived through it, man. The highest authority has entered the chat. How do you feel about my grandfather saying Garcia being revealed to Recon? Dude, let me tell you something, bro. Literally, the second thing I thought of after I saw the name of how godly it is, because in Hispanic culture, we're used to saying long names, right? So people will say their full name, especially when they're mad. Oh, bro, you want to know when like a Hispanic parent is mad? That's when they're saying the child's full name. I mean, if it was like LeBron Raymond, you'll be out here like Skip Bayless, Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Brady, Jr. You know what I mean? That's how Hispanic parents showcase that they are mad, son. So when I saw the full name, I was like, yo, that sounded something I would love to see. Like, Saint J Garcia Saturn, like, you know what I mean? No, that's just fire. This is a fire behind name. Fire behind name, man. So, Shout out to Recon, the only non-Gorosei I speak with. Hey, who said I'm not a member of the Gorosei, bro? I've never revealed my full name. What about if my name is also J Garcia Saturn? Except maybe I'm the second. Maybe you might add like I don't know, a random insert Hispanic last name here, you know, like a Rodriguez or something. Saint, what is it? Instead of like Garcia Saturn, it'll be Saint J Garcia Rodriguez or something. That's me. Or flipping like, I don't know, Ramirez. You know what I mean? That would be me. Do you think that Weevil will be a clone of Whitebeard? So honestly, Mohammed Baytullah, which is an insane name when I read it that way. But I do believe that Weevil will be a clone of Whitebeard, and I think that's what we're heading towards, especially with now what we're seeing in regards to what Oda's starting to do with the whole clone thing, and especially after this whole Stussy situation, and considering what Whitebeard is. Either we're about to get the Whitebeard, like Weevil is actually Whitebeard Jr., which I'm taking 100%, or it's the clone thing. Which at this point, it kind of has to be the clone thing. It fits so well. Brandon King says, if Egghead has a lot of elements of Sabaody and the Gorosei can't be touched like Celestials, could we potentially get a Charlos punching Garcia? If Luffy punches Garcia, if anyone lays a hand on Garcia, that is going to be one of the most hype moments in the entire series ever. Period. End of story. Period. Saint Recon Rodriguez Jupiter. I gotta save that. Saint Recon. Yo, hold on, bro. That's actually heat. Saint Recon Rodriguez Venus. That's a good one too. Saint Recon the Jet Rodriguez Jupiter. Trying to say I'm Kenny Smith, bro. Here in Hawaii as well. Oh, they say full names in Hawaii too when they're mad? That's hilarious. Someone get the decon. Let me see. Dude, the last time somebody named me something like this, you guys remember the night that chapter 1066 came out? And I compared myself to Dr. Vegapunk, and then that insanely, bro. Hold on, I still have the picture. Where's my phone? I still have the picture, dude. This is the last time I compared myself to a One Piece character. This is what happened. Where is it at? Where is it at, man? I know it's saved somewhere in here. Where is it? You want to talk about toxicity, bro? When did 1066 dropped? That was... Nah, I went too far. Bro, this thing was wild. 1066, Egghead. Oh. Oh, I found it, dude. Look at this, man. See, this is what happens when I compare myself to One Piece characters. You get stuff like this, all right? When I start comparing myself to One Piece characters, these things start being made. So, now, I'm not saying this is going to happen again. Just in case, if you see a Saint Recon Rodriguez Jupiter happening again, then... Yo, I still can't believe, bro, when I saw that, like, yo, when I saw this, I can't even... I saved this when I saw it, and I sent it to everyone that I knew. I was like, bro, y'all have to see this. You have to see this. Like, yo, this is just insane. Who draws this? You know, like, bro, just look at my head, bro. Yo, man. Nothing but love to Simo, man, for creating that thing. That thing's one of the greatest images in the history of mankind. Period. The Dr. Recon punk. Saint Pegleg Saturn. That's fire. That's fire. That is fire. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a 5 and says, I'm curious, have Yonkos existed during the prime of the Rocks pirates? Well, Instant Messenger Sama, let me give you my theory. There's 2 ways you could go about this, Instant Messenger Sama. The Yonko system is stated to serve as like a balance, right? Like to where it keeps balance within the New World with the pirates over there, Marines over here, right? The Shibukai were formerly a part of that balance as well, right? Where you would have these parties that normally would not mess with each other, right? But at occasions, if one of them, so like if one of the emperors were to get with another emperor, or like if they were to clash or have a conversation, then the rest of the world would need to know about such a thing, because that would potentially disrupt the balance, right? Because they didn't want something like a Big Mom and Kaido getting together to happen, right? So, with that being said, with your name, Instant Messenger Sama, I've always believed after chapter 907, if the Rocks' Instant Messenger Sama possibility is there, and not necessarily just Rocks being Instant Messenger Sama, but Instant Messenger Sama potentially having the same goal and dream as being the king of the world, right? The thing that really sold Rocks on being Im-sama when that was initially introduced was the fact that if Rocks wanted to be king of the world, then being not only the king of the WG and the king of the Celestial Dragons, but also if he really is Rocks, he's technically the king of the pirates as well, in his own way, because think about it like this. All of the emperors pre-Shanks were members of the Rocks pirates. Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom. The man was out here literally as the king of the world. So, and now obviously that's always been like a thing that it's just a possibility, right? For Rocks being him. But for me, the Yonko system still, it remains to be seen that they exist for balance, right? And they also exist as a thing, maybe even like post Roger, to ensure that like, or post Rocks and post Roger, to ensure that like no single pirate potentially ever has like that much power ever again. So for me, it's like they could have potentially existed pre Rocks, but it certainly seemed like the power was sort of like distributed more equally after Rocks' defeat, because it felt like Rocks had everyone, and besides Roger, right, and people who are on Roger's crew, everyone else who was a prominent pirate at the time was with flipping Rocks. So it's hard to say when it comes to the original Yonko, the original emperors and stuff, and when it really came to be and whatnot. Chris Boras says, "What are you reading, brother? How many books have done in this year so far?" I finished Wave King. Yo, you finished Wave Kings. Nice. I've been reading a lot, but because of school, I've been mainly reading a lot of literature. Right, like I haven't had the opportunity to read for my own personal enjoyment in regards to books. Right, like for my own personal enjoyment, I've been reading like webtoons and manga and whatnot, right? But so far this year, done so much research from a literature standpoint, both for my own purposes and for classes. So I've been going through a lot of that. That's mainly been what I've been reading this year, so far, which has been a lot of fun, man. I'm finally getting the opportunity to read a lot of classics that I've always wanted to read because I got it for free, by being a part of this semester. I mean, not for free. I had to pay for the class, but just being able to read some of these has been a great experience. Great experience. That's a great point, Nasty Ninja, that they probably existed, but they just didn't have the title designation. That's a great point. That was the peak design of Vegapunk. I love that design, Super. By the way, Instant Master Sama, thank you once again for the 5, man. You're a goat. But yeah, that definitely was the peak design. Same peg like Saturn. Who came up with? Yeah. I'm saying AJ is a goat. AJ Venavir is a goat for coming up with that same peg like Saturn, man. Exactly, Kian YT. Like the Yonko's Chibukai systems were a product of the great age of piracy that started after Roger died to ensure that like balance could be kept, right? All right, so I'm gonna answer a few more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. Yo, we went on for 2 hours, man. Shout out to this chapter. This chapter was so good, dude. Vortex's Big Mom and Stussy, 2 Rocks Pirates females, had some serious glow downs. Yo. Charlotte Linlin and Miss Buckingham. God bless him. God bless him, God bless him. God bless him, man. Was it not the great pirate era until after Roger died? So during Ross time, it's more bandits, criminals, warlords. Exactly, Super Large Round. That's the way I see it as well. I like the way DJ explained it too. Have you ever seen Magi? And if so, who's your favorite character? Mine's Sinbad. That's a great pick. Mine is the Gyokuen, I believe her name was. Ren Gyokuen, Sinbad. Shout out to my dog Alibaba too, man. 3 goats. Shout out to Hakuryu too. I thought Hakuryu was a very interesting character. I feel like there's a disconnect between casual One Piece fans and fans like us. It seems that casual fans don't even know what the voice entry is, which has me curious how they will take big reveals. And that's the thing Afterglow, and it's not just for One Piece, in regards to like a lot of different series, right? Where for us, a certain chapter will be like, man, insane. Like a chapter like the big reveal for the future stuff with the voice entry. From a couple, from like chapter 1065, I believe that was, where we first saw the Iron Giant thing and all that stuff happening. That chapter for us was massive. For the casual fan, I'm not sure if they would have taken like the same thing, but it depends because certain casual fans, they value certain things. There's certain casual fans that love the fights, other casual fans that are in it for just like certain moments, comedy, or whatever the case may be. Because there's a lot of casual fans, especially in Japan, for people who just read the manga and toss it, right? Like, there's a lot of individuals like that. That's why the recaps exist as long as they do, and for Toei to keep those people involved, right? The individuals who don't really check out the series regularly, as well as the people who just read Weekly Shonen Jump on a weekly basis and don't go back to reread stuff, right? That's why in Weekly Shonen Jump, like, I'll give you a quick example. Even in the American Jump, every single series starts with a recap for the casual fans. So like One Piece, for example, here, it'll always have this, and this is in every single Shonen Jump issue, previously in One Piece. And then it'll go in and it'll give you a recap, because they realize a lot of individuals are going to be reading this maybe for the first time in a while. And those casual fans need to be accounted for. And so they're going to value different things than what we value. That's just the nature of the beast, right? But you're absolutely right. It is definitely a disconnect. And Oda himself acknowledges it too, right? That he's not writing just for the hardcore fans. He's also writing for the casual fan, and he's trying to find that meeting in the middle. A couple hundo away from 20K. Yo, Lazy Muffles, we're almost there, man. We're almost there. Yo, Christian and Eric Terlato, my goats, my boys. It is great to see y'all, man. Yo, St. J Garcia Saturn, the Elder Stars are active, man. They are active. But yeah, no, man. Eric, man, right back at you, bro. Right back at you, man. Really, really awesome to see y'all, man. Nothing but love. Alright, I'll go ahead and read these right here. And is there any issue of American Shonen Jump that you wish you had for a specific One Piece chapter? I would love to have the American Shonen Jump issue for Ace's death. I do not have that American Shonen Jump issue. I wish I had it, but I don't know what issue it would be, so I'm going to have to search it and seek it out, but I don't have that issue. I have the volume. I've had the volume since it released, but I don't have the American Shonen Jump issue of that. You know, Super Electron, I've felt the same thing, especially after the reveal of Noah in Fishman Island. But you're right. That might be a topic for another day. As a matter of fact, if you want to bring that up again, Super Electron, and the community post I'm going to put up for this chapter when we do the afterthoughts, I would love to talk about that. So like literally copy that comment and paste it in the when we do the afterthoughts. Because this week I'm planning on doing the afterthoughts with the community post, and we'll talk about it again. I love the idea of a One Piece canon movie, bro. Instant Sama, I need to talk about this movie stuff that's been going around lately, because there's some really cool movie ideas that we can potentially discuss for the future. Egghead is my first arc that I'm caught up to. It was a hell of a ride. Yo, Winston, welcome. Welcome to the weekly One Piece experience. What an arc to experience as your first weekly arc, man. Egghead is crazy. Glad to have you with us. Facts, yo. The Zorro Mihawk clash for the ages, man. That's a factual statement, is the thing. I got volume 100 very recently, and I was very happy to finally get it. Nice. Your volume 100 is so special. Happy for your JD double dubs. Brother, if possible, do a video with Volume 1 podcast on One Piece. I would love to be on with collaboration with the Volume 1 podcast. I love their stuff. Shout out to Josh and Megan, man. They're out here doing their thing. Goats. Absolute goats. Look the way Kizaru behaved in front of the Elder. That's the reason Garp rejected being an admiral. Respect, yo. Garp is a goat. Garp is a goat, bro. Garp is truly, truly a goat. Old era movie would be peak. That would be the greatest thing ever, DJ. One Piece film rocks. That'd be the greatest movie ever. Rocks movie or Buggy film Blue. Film Blue would be the greatest. One Piece film Blue, Buggy the Clown. Vortex, that'd be too powerful. That'd be too powerful. That'd be way too powerful. Please collab with Volume 1 podcast. Hey, we can make it happen. We can make it. That, like I said, there's a couple collaborations in the works, but that's definitely one that I would love to make happen. Yo, Eric, that sounds like a fun time. Because honestly, there's a lot of moments that I would love to see how certain people who have been caught up longer than I have we're feeling too, you know. But as far as like the weekly community experience, bro, we can talk about it all day, about like the legendary moments and how the community was feeling. That sounds like a fun time. That sounds like a fun time, Eric. Let me know. Golem something was a crazy chapter, man. Crazy chapter. Gotta go for awesome stream, coach. Glad I made it this time. Yo, OMG, thank you so much for stopping by. hope you not only have a great night, but a great rest of your weekend. Thank you very much for stopping by. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank y'all so much for being here. It's gonna be a weird weekend. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get done, but we are doing this Afterthoughts, no question. And though I'm not sure if it'll be on time, but we're doing this Afterthoughts, 110%. And then now we're gonna get ready for this next break week, which this might be time for our ARC rankings. It really might be. It really might be. And we're getting a great episode. We're getting 2 great episodes. We're at 3 back to back. So, man, it's going to be a great weekend. But, I hope all of you have an awesome night. And thank you for being patient with me. I know that we weren't able to do it at a normal time. It just wasn't able to do it earlier than where we are. So, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Thank you so much for being here. Goat peace. Don't ever forget the name. We were here to hear the first name drop for a Gorosei member for Saint J Garcia Saturn. I still can't believe it. Like my mind is still blown as to all the stuff that happened in this chapter. Egghead Island is on a different level, man. I don't know. Truly, man. What a flipping goated chapter, bro. Final Saga Oda, man. Final Saga Oda, dude. Thank you so much for being here, man. Y'all have a good one.